Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, US Immigration Reform. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we will discuss 2025 Visa Bulletin predictions and March 2025 Visa Bulletin predictions. Navigating the US immigration process can be complex, especially when it comes to understanding the Visa Bulletin and knowing when to file your adjustment of status application. With February and March 2025 updates on the horizon, staying informed about family-sponsored and employment-based visa categories is crucial to those waiting their green cards. This video will break down key trends, predictions, and processing updates to help applicants make informed decisions about their immigration journey. When to file your adjustment of status application family-sponsored or employment-based visas in February 2025. As we enter 2025, many U.S. immigration applicants are eager to understand when they can file their adjustment of status applications, whether family-sponsored or employment-based visas. Adjusting your status to become a U.S. permanent resident is a detailed process, requiring applicants to keep an eye on the availability of visas and their priority dates, which are outlined monthly in the Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin, published by the Department of State, is a vital tool for applicants, helping them determine when to file their applications. This video will discuss how to interpret the February 2025 Visa Bulletin, providing insights into filing timelines both family-sponsored and employment-based visas. It will cover predictions family-based and employment-based categories, including movement trends, processing updates, and the impact of unused visa rollovers and backlog reductions. Understanding the adjustment of status process. To begin the adjustment of status process, applicants must determine when they are eligible to file their Form I-485, application to register permanent residence or adjust status. Eligibility depends on the visa preference category, family or employment, and the availability of visas, as indicated in the monthly Visa Bulletin. Key terms to know. Priority date, the date when the immigrant visa petition, Form I-130 or I-140, was filed by your relative or employer. Employment-based visas requiring labor certification, this is the date the labor certification application was accepted by the Department of Labor. Visa availability, a visa must be immediately available to file your AOS application. This is determined by comparing your priority date with the dates listed in the Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin provides two key dates each category. Final action date, this date indicates when visas can be issued or when applications can be approved. Dates filing, this shows when applicants can submit their adjustment of status applications, given that a visa is immediately available. To find out when you can file, locate your visa category, family-sponsored or employment-based, in the left column of the Visa Bulletin, then move across the row to find your country of chargeability, usually your country of birth. If the date listed is marked as C, current, or your priority date is earlier than the listed date, you may file your application. February 2025 Visa Bulletin updates. In the February 2025 Visa Bulletin, both family-sponsored and employment-based categories will see some notable changes. Family-sponsored visas, which have faced slow movement due to backlog issues, are expected to see improvements in 2025. Family-sponsored categories. F2A, spouses and children of permanent residents. This category has experienced steady movement and could see wait times reduced by 15 to 20% in 2025. F3, married children of U.S. citizens. While this category may see slight forward movement, ongoing backlogs will likely limit significant progress. F4, siblings of U.S. citizens. This category remains heavily backlogged, with minimal movement expected. Employment-based categories. Employment-based visas are expected to benefit significantly from the rollover of unused family-sponsored visas. This will lead to accelerated movement in categories such as EB2 and EB3, as an estimated 30,000 to 50,000 unused family-based visas will be transferred to employment-based categories. EB1, this category remains highly sought after, particularly applicants from India and China, although slight improvements in processing times are anticipated. EB2 and EB3, with the rollover of unused family-based visas, both of these categories will experience faster movement, potentially advancing priority dates by up to 6 months or more. Predictions 2025. As of late 2024, approximately 170,000 out of the 220,000 family-sponsored visas allocated were used, leaving 50,000 visas unused. These unused visas will roll over into the employment-based categories in 2025, boosting the chances of faster processing times applicants in EB2 and EB3 categories. The Department of State has emphasized its commitment to utilizing as many employment-based visas as possible, which is expected to lead to continued progress these categories in 2025. Challenges. One major challenge remains the backlog in family-sponsored visas. As of late 2024, over 300,000 cases were awaiting interview scheduling at U.S. embassies and consulates, with significant delays particularly affecting applicants from countries like India, Pakistan, and Nigeria. Although full resolution is unlikely in 2025, improvements in interview scheduling and processing are anticipated. Backlogs and interview scheduling. Backlogs continue to be a major issue, especially family-sponsored applicants. The National Visa Center reported a backlog of over 300,000 cases as of late 2024. However, U.S. embassies and consulates are working to clear this backlog in 2025, although progress may be slow. Projections 2025 suggest that, while the backlog will persist, the average movement of priority dates is expected to increase by up to 10 months across categories. This could bring significant relief to applicants in heavily backlogged categories like F4 and EB3. Optimism 2025. Despite challenges, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of incremental progress. Family-sponsored categories may experience modest advancements, with reduced backlogs and improved interview scheduling. Employment-based categories will see faster movement thanks to unused visa rollovers. The overall movement of priority dates in the Visa Bulletin is expected to improve, providing renewed hope applicants waiting their green cards. March 2025 Visa Bulletin Predictions. What to expect? Visa Bulletin Predictions March 2025, Key Insights Applicants. The millions of individuals waiting in line green cards in the family-based and employment-based categories, Visa Bulletin Predictions offer a glimpse into when they may finally have the opportunity to apply and obtain their green cards. These predictions are essential, as the Visa Bulletin serves as a roadmap, outlining when cutoff date specific categories might advance or regress, offering applicants insight into the timeframes they can expect to wait. While predictions provide valuable insight, it's crucial to remember that they are estimates and subject to change based on demand, available visas, and adjustments made by the State Department. Understanding the State Department's approach. The U.S. State Department has already released the February 2025 Visa Bulletin, which provides important details about the current status of visa availability. As part of its standard procedure, the department plans to conservatively advance the cutoff dates to better gauge demand at the beginning of fiscal year 2025. This cautious approach mirrors the one taken in fiscal year 2024. It's also anticipated that fewer employment-based visas will be available in fiscal year 2025 compared to the previous fiscal year. As of February 2025, there are significant backlogs in the green card process across both family and employment-based categories. The amount of time it will take applicants to receive their green card is primarily dependent on their petition category and their country of origin. As always, the Visa Bulletin is updated on a monthly basis, and staying informed is key to those awaiting their turn. Those who wish to receive the latest updates, subscribing to the free Visa Bulletin newsletter can be a great way to stay informed. Visa Bulletin Predictions Family-Based Categories. The predictions family-based categories in the March 2025 Visa Bulletin are primarily based on recent trends in each preference category. These estimates aim to offer an understanding of how far forward or backward the cutoff dates may shift in the coming month. While these projections are informed by patterns seen in the last few months, applicants should be cautious as changes may happen at any time. Here's a look at the possible movement in some of the major family-based categories. F1, Unmarried adult sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. Mexico, expect continued long wait times due to high demand. Philippines, likely to see moderate movement but still a backlog. All other countries, some gradual advancement, though timelines vary. F2A, spouses and minor, unmarried sons and daughters of lawful permanent residents. Mexico, the demand will continue to be high, leading to slow movement. All other countries, slight advancement, but not much change overall. F2B, unmarried adult sons and daughters of LPRs. Mexico, significant backlog, with expected slow movement. Philippines, moderate forward movement as demand stabilizes. All other countries, a possible small jump in dates. F3, married adult sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. Mexico, long wait times persist. Philippines, moderate progression, but still in the backlog. All other countries, gradual forward movement likely. F4, brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens. Mexico, heavy demand causes a significant delay, potentially 20 to 22 years. India, also experiencing significant delays, with possible slow progress. Philippines, similar delays to those seen with other family-based categories. All other countries, minor advancement. These projections suggest that countries like Mexico and the Philippines, family-based green card applicants may experience extended waiting times, particularly sibling categories, where the wait can surpass 20 years. On the other hand, countries with lower demand may see a quicker turnaround. Visa Bulletin predictions employment-based categories. Employment-based green card applicants are facing challenges of their own, as there is substantial demand across multiple employment-based categories. The U.S. State Department has stated that the employment second category and employment third category are both expected to experience retrogression, a backward movement of the cutoff dates, due to high demand. The department plans to monitor these categories closely to ensure that the number of visas issued does not exceed the statutory limits fiscal year 2025. Here's a look at predictions of the major employment-based categories. EB1, priority workers. India, likely to see retrogression due to high demand. China, may experience continued delays, especially in the wake of strong demand. All other countries, expect steady advancement but relatively slower progress compared to the past. EB2, members of the professions holding advanced degrees or persons of exceptional ability. India, expected delays due to the high volume of applications in this category. China, potential retrogression as demand continues to rise. All other countries, advancements are likely, but expect slower processing times. EB3, skilled workers, professionals, and other workers. India, high demand may lead to retrogression or a slowdown. China, similar trends are expected, with significant demand continuing. All other countries, expect steady progression, but demand from countries like India and China may lead to delays. Additional categories such as EB for certain special immigrants and EB5 employment creation are also expected to see varying levels of demand. It's important applicants to stay informed of any changes in these categories, particularly those involving investment-based green cards, where fluctuations in visa availability can be more dramatic. The 7% per country cap. A critical aspect to understand when analyzing the Visa Bulletin predictions is the 7% per country cap. The law limits how many visas can be issued to immigrants from any single country in both the family-based and employment-based preference categories. This limitation is especially impactful countries with high demand, such as India, Mexico, and the Philippines. These caps are one of the reasons why applicants from these countries experience extended delays in receiving their green cards. Instance, the wait time U.S. citizens to sponsor siblings can be over 15 years. Many countries, with particularly long waits applicants from the Philippines, up to 20 years, and Mexico, over 22 years. Conclusion, the Visa Bulletin predictions March 2025 suggest continued delays applicants from countries with high demand, such as Mexico, India, and the Philippines. While there may be some forward movement in certain categories, applicants should be prepared the possibility of retrogression, especially in the employment-based categories. Staying up to date with the monthly Visa Bulletin updates is crucial for anyone waiting in line a green card. As always, applicants should consult with an immigration professional for personalized advice and guidance. The process can be complex, and a legal expert can help navigate the nuances of each case. As we move into 2025, visa applicants must remain proactive in tracking updates and preparing their applications accordingly. While backlogs and delays continue to pose challenges, improvements in visa availability and processing times offer hope many waiting their green cards. Staying up to date with the latest Visa Bulletin releases and predictions is essential, maximizing opportunities and planning the next steps in your immigration process. That is all today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then,